Testing one, two, three. Can you guys hear me? Anybody hear me out there? We're gonna try this one more time. Just hang on. Houston, do we have liftoff? Oh, testing one, two, three in the chat room. Can you guys hear us?
Yes.
Tango, tango.
Oh! Well, this is kind of out of whack considering I can't hear our theme music, which throws me totally off here. But hey, it is. What is this? It is Tuesday, December 30th, 2014, and this would not be appropriate if we didn't screw something up on the last show of 2014, right? So this is kind of fitting. And I'm going to lose my voice. So on top of that, we are good. All right, we're back. The chat room can hear us. So, hey, welcome to Prepper Chicks After Dark. We are here to play Conflicted, the survival card game. And what is that? It's a deck of 52 cards with a bunch of scenarios on it. Yay. So, let's get going. Back with us tonight, Jared from Flashpacks. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. This is Jared with flashpacks.com. Bug out bags and a bunch of preparedness stuff. Good to be here.
Great having you back. Welcome to the last show of the year. My favorite geek in the entire world, my pal, my buddy, my chum, Geek Prepper.
What's up? Geek Prepper here. Blogger extraordinaire, Prepper Deluxe. I'm glad to be back. Happy New Year.
Prepper Deluxe.
Prepper extraordinaire.
That's awesome. Alika is puking up his guts right now, so he won't be with us. He's such a lightweight. Just remember this when you want him in your team, that he can't function when he's puking. And JD's on another vacation somewhere, who knows, in the world. So, you know.
Those jet setters.
I know. He's done sending me a fifth of alcohol for every time he misses a show. It's gone up now to a still. He owes me the whole friggin' still. So, and I'm excited about this because one of my favorite guys in the world, and I've severely missed him, could listen to him talk all night long, Mr. Jimmy Funky.
Good evening, everybody.
Oh, you give me chills.
Goodness.
So you couldn't get anybody else. You had to resort to the old guy.
The old guy, whatever. I actually have missed you, and I say that sincerely, and I don't miss very many people.
Well,
maybe
I
not
feel
you.
Special.
Maybe not you personally, but you know, if you could just read me stories.
Okay, we might be able to swing that. I don't know. Depends on how much gold and silver you have.
I have other things besides gold and silver.
Oh,
snap.
Chickens and stuff.
Oh, you know I have chickens and stuff.
I've been known to read stories too.
To the chair.
Ah, get the whips and chains out.
Oh, jeez.
All right, let's get rolling here. I have 3 cards pulled here, so give me a number from 1 to 3.
5.
Oh, jeez.
3.
That's 3 and 2.
All right, I'll give you number 3. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
Let's see who gets kicked off of the show tonight first, and see who is left standing. So we'll have the chat room vote on who gives the best answers. And then whoever wins.
God, is this kicked off the island version now, or what?
I'm getting.
What have I missed?
I don't know. We're making this shit up as we go.
Oh, all right.
Survival Island.
Yeah, there's alcohol in stock here. All right, so your question to start off tonight. If you guys that are here for the first time, we're just going to talk to some scenarios and throw some ideas out there that maybe might open up some conversation within your group. It's a great card game. There's 4 decks now to play within your prepper survival group. Just to, cause quarrels and fights amongst yourselves, because that happens all the time. So, first question. Without electricity, the logistics chain that kept grocery stores filled collapsed. And this is from Angry American's deck, the last deck out. So, you and your neighbors had to start growing your own food. After the feed and food scraps aren't enough, what could you feed your livestock of chickens, pigs, and rabbits? Because you can't go to the farm store anymore and buy the stuff in the bag. What are you going to feed your chickens, your pigs, and your rabbits? Mr. Geek, what do you think?
The-
Mr. Carter! Mr. Carter!
Chickens are great scroungers. They can hunt and peck on their own as long as you keep them in an area where you can get them back. Rabbits, those suckers eat my garden, so I know they survive in the wild. I don't think you really have to do much for them either. Maybe.
Oh my goodness! You know you're going to get hate mail now because you have to raise rabbits in cages off of the ground.
Well, yeah, but they don't. It's not how they naturally come, right? I mean, they kind of just pop out of the earth magically all over the place.
Yeah.
And then the cows, obviously, you feed the rabbits. Duh. They're the biggest. I honestly don't know what you feed cows anymore. I know you feed them grain, but I haven't. That's not my plan.
Honey, cows aren't even in the equation here. It was chicken, pigs, and rabbits.
Oh, okay. Well, pigs will eat anything. I mean, they'll eat the leftovers, the slop from when our kids are still picky in the early parts of Bug Out.
Well, if you read Angry American's book, they eat a lot more than that.
Yeah, they eat humans, so all the bodies of the deserters and the criminals will be fed to the pigs.
Yeah. Well, who had their hand up, acting like a fool? Was that you, Jared?
Wasn't me.
We'll let you go next then, Jared. What do you think?
It was me.
Oh, you have to wait.
Oh, fine.
Well, I will say that we had rabbits growing up, and rabbits are really strange. We did have them in cages up off the ground, and one time this rabbit had a bunch of babies, and we went out there to check on them, and the mother ate all the babies. So
That happens.
they have been known to eat their own for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, totally. I'd give them our scraps in terms of vegetables and maybe grains. If there's any scraps at all when you're preparing the food. Yeah, chickens. Like Geek was saying, they're pretty good on scratching around and finding their own food. And then pigs, kind of the same thing. Just whatever scraps we have, whatever leftovers, they can, certainly go after.
Dead bodies and stuff.
I guess if it came to that.
I mean, they do. So
There'll be some dead bodies, right?
neighbors that you don't like.
Oh, I've got my eye on them.
Man.
Mr. Funky, what do you think?
Feed them hemp.
We're going to keep that for ourselves.
Yeah, I'll be eating that, man.
Well, I just say, alternative food sources. I mean, my chickens walked around, they ate everything. They bugs, they didn't give a shit what it was. They chased down snakes, they didn't care what it was. Until the coyote. They couldn't get the coyote though.
Eat that damn coyote right now.
You can train them suckers.
I still got Solo. Solo's still kicking, man. He's the only one I got left, but he's up there every day, standing on the windowsill, banging on my window.
Aw.
No chicken.
Nope, he's a guinea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay,
That's cool.
but seriously, do chickens need to be penned up, or can they scrounge for themselves in a post-apocalyptic scenario?
I'd let them scrounge for themselves. There's plenty of bugs out there for them to eat.
Yes, there are, and less mosquitoes for us too.
Right.
What about rabbits?
They can pretty much fend for themselves too, I would reckon.
Domesticated rabbits?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got so many wild ones running around. I never raised them, so I couldn't tell you.
Exactly.
I have, and I community raised mine on the ground. You do have to watch for certain diseases and stuff they're more susceptible to, but there's no reason not to community raise rabbits on the ground. You just got to watch. They will dig deep and hide and stuff. But yeah, I mean, rabbit math, 2 + 2 make 12, so just be very careful there.
Right.
And pigs, same thing. There's no reason to even go to a feed store. And if you don't know how to
Well,
raise,
you have to move them from time to time.
you do. And fodder is a great thing too if you can learn how to do that.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of people are going to freak out when they realize they can't go to the feed store to raise these animals with. And to think that they actually survive on their own is quite alarming to some people. But it can be done, and it will be done.
Sooner than you think.
What's your time frame? Got an idea?
Oh boy, I don't really want to hem myself in because I've been saying for several years now that this is coming, this is coming, this is coming, and it's kind of like crying wolf, right? But everything that I see, about this time next year, I don't think the country's going to be the same. I don't think this country's going to be the same anyway.
It's not the same as it was this time last year.
Well, no, but I'm talking about majorly. When I had the show on here and Lance and I were talking week after week after week about the economic collapse coming and the dollar getting ready to collapse and yada, yada, yada. If you people can't see that writing on the wall right now with everything that's going on with Russia and whatnot,
Russia and China both. I mean,
Right.
They're pretty much ganging up on us.
What do you think these gas prices are tanking for?
Huh? Oh, no. This is a good thing. Everybody I talk to, I want to strangle out there. It's like, oh, wow, we can, we got great gas. It's like $1.80 here in Indy. And it's like, people are like, yay. And it's like, no, you don't understand.
Do you realize how many
Stock up
people
now.
are losing their jobs and stuff? All these fracking wells that they've been punching all over the earth. They're only profitable if crude's at $85 a barrel. That's just benchmark pricing because fracking wells are natural gas. But they benchmark price that shit, and then it kind of stabilizes across the markets. So
But
wait, you'll see all these people up in the Bakken right now. They're getting their asses handed to them.
But isn't this just a telltale sign of the mentality of the people in the United States? They only see what's right in front of their nose. They could care less what else is going on.
Absolutely. The Saudis don't give a shit. They don't. He said straight out to everybody's face, and I don't think you saw this anywhere on the mainstream media. He said, "I don't care if prices go to $20 a barrel. We're going to break you people."
Oof.
Those were his exact words. So,
Well, we have too many other things like Kim Kardashian's naked ass all over the news. Who cares?
oh Jesus, don't get me going.
I didn't care for about 10 minutes with that.
She's a
Well, hey.
disgusting human, man.
But now that gas is cheap, we don't have to raise minimum wage to $54 an hour, right?
I don't know.
Oh, I went there.
Ask all those people at McDonald's still.
You know what? If they got time to play on those damn
at your
phones,
grocery
they got time
receipt.
to clean.
Tell me where that other money's going. There's hidden inflation everywhere, man. You think a quarter pounder still weighs a quarter pound?
No, man, the buns are even smaller because I'm a McDonald's pro. I know what's up.
Good Lord, I haven't eaten at McDonald's in years.
Oh my.
Well, I used to work there as a kid, and I went back. I have kids, so sometimes we stop, occasionally. And damn, man, it's like eating a freaking 50-cent piece.
Yeah.
Except 50-cent piece would fill you up because it used to be silver.
And a 57 piece wouldn't last on the shelf for 50 years. Well, it probably would, but I mean, the burger will too. So,
But if you eat enough of
don't
that,
put that shit in
body
your
will stay
mouth,
young
man.
Forever.
Go
It's
wash
embalming.
yourself.
Embalming
That's-
fluid, man.
Ugh.
All right. Who's getting kicked off?
I don't know. Chat room, you guys have to vote on. Well, is Jared still with us?
I'm with you.
He's just
I'm
laying
still
low.
here.
We better let
I'm
you
just laying
answer
low.
because if not, they're going to vote you off.
Oh,
All right.
sorry.
So what do you think, Jared?
Put down the subway, Jared. Answer the question.
Yeah, I guess I missed the second one. I thought we were still talking about pigs and chickens and rabbits. So
We
what
are.
did I miss?
No,
we
we
still
are.
are. We did grass.
I just went off on a tangent because I haven't been on the mic on this radio for a while. So sorry.
And I
Oh.
like to listen to him, so I let him talk.
Yeah, same here.
Hey.
I kind of started talking about it a little bit already, but we had rabbits growing up, and it's the same thing. You feed them the scraps, and you kind of let the chickens roam free. You can't let the rabbits roam free. We have a rabbit currently, but you definitely got to watch out because coyotes and other such animals will try to sneak in and try to get them. And they're definitely not the smartest animals in the world, so you got to watch them.
They're
We
fast,
try to
though.
corral ours every night and put them away actually in a cage.
Your chickens aren't the smartest things?
No, the rabbits.
Oh. Because I could sit there and watch the chickens all day. They're quite amusing. They get like little personalities going on and stuff. And
There's a definite
chickens are
hierarchy,
great.
yes, there is. Yes, there is.
and they're not afraid to show it either.
A pecking order.
Right.
All right. We'll let the chat room vote. I don't think they're paying attention to us anymore. But anyways, let's go to the second question. You guys ready?
Ready.
Oh, let's see.
I see the word rabbit in there, so somebody's paying attention. Hawks is paying attention.
Road. And we should say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Howdy.
Miss you guys. Okay.
Love you.
Yes. After the collapse of society, all modern conveniences no longer
Group
exist.
hug!
Stop.
Sorry.
The technologies that enabled our high quality of life are gone, perhaps never to return. A very
Hand up my butt!
Okay, Mr. Funky. A very small fraction. Leave your buttons alone. A very small fraction of the population has the knowledge, the physical, and the emotional capability to adapt to this new world. The majority will do desperate things in order to survive. How bad would things have to get before you voluntarily checked into a government refugee camp?
Never.
They would have to pull my dead corpse in there to get me to go because I'm not doing it. I don't care.
What if your
Is-
kids were starving?
They're not going to. You know what? They can starve better on their own than being starved in a densely populated, criminal-filled freaking gulag.
What if they weren't going to starve in there? What if they were offering all kinds of food and stuff, and it wasn't really all that bad as people think it's going to be?
So long as you take this chip.
Yeah, it's like a nice resort. Jeez, no, my kids are already beyond that. I've already not I haven't programmed them, but we've definitely discussed that you on your own are in control of your own fate. You locked up in a room or in a cage, you're not in your own control. You're a pet.
But people are live like that now. Look at the people outside in your city right now. I mean, I know where you live. Hell,
It's a roach
Yeah.
motel for humans. You
I
check
am-
in, you don't check out.
I am 30 miles from the nation's capital. I see it. I see it all the time because I work there.
so
when
what's
I
the
go.
difference between what you see now and them going into a refugee camp?
Well, for them, it wouldn't be much different. I mean, they're used to it. Hey, someone bring me my food. Someone tell me when to go to bed. Someone let me watch the propaganda box. But that's not how we live. I mean, that's not how I live. My family doesn't. And there's a few of us preppers here. I've found some pretty good people who obviously came from somewhere else or were just raised differently because there's pockets of us all over here. So I mean, I know there's more in other parts of the United States still. We're here.
There's a few of us around.
Yep. We're sharpening our skills, man.
Yeah. Jared, what do you think?
This certainly would be a last resort if it would be considered at all. And off the top of my head, it definitely would not be considered unless, I don't even know. I mean, I have little ones, so if it got to the point to where I'm dying and we're all dying, well, I guess if we're all dying, it really doesn't matter at that point anyways. But it would certainly have to be a last resort. I mean, things would have to be absolutely like kids are on the last leg, and we leave someone outside the camp with some arms, some firearms as a plan B to get back out of the camp. I don't know. That's a tough question.
You've been watching too much Walking Dead.
Definitely ahead of
Yeah.
Rick Grimes.
Sheesh.
Let's bury our guns over in the woods over here. We'll come back for 'em.
I mean,
It's not a bad idea though to have a plan B. To have someone out there on the outside.
Oh, we need a plan.
yeah, was there ever a time where people managed to live without electricity or large cities and government? I mean,
Geez,
it's
only
not
like
there's-
100 years ago.
Yeah, for millennia. I mean, so we don't have to die because there's no
Yeah, we
electricity,
had
right?
armies and navies and colleges and roads
Yeah.
and shit. Nobody paid taxes back then either.
And
But
you know what?
how many people
Exactly.
nowadays realize that only 100 years ago we had no such thing as electricity?
I realize that.
Yeah, but you're a geek.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, and,
You're
it
awake,
goes with
man.
electricity,
You're
man.
preaching to the choir, man.
My industry is technology and power, but I'm not counting on it, man. I know. I will
It's
survive.
kind of fun when I'm sure we all have these big storms that roll through every once in a while. It knocks out our power for a few hours and hopefully no longer than that. But it always gives us a little bit of practice, to kind of see where our supplies are at and how quickly we can get to them. And
No.
we go through the whole drill as a family. But
No,
you,
see-
you look around and you look at your neighbors and you see them and they're like coming over asking for flashlights and this kind of stuff. So
I live for those moments, and it never hits me. Like, I get all geared up because I'm a weather geek. Let's be honest.
yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, we're getting a storm, we're getting, and nothing.
We get those hurricanes out here occasionally. It's good practice. Preparedness planning
Prob-
101.
You live
Probably gonna hit
entirely
the
too
people
close
that
to
are more in the
Indianapolis to
city.
even pray for any kind of natural disaster close. To
Right.
you.
Lake effect.
I don't live that close to it.
You live entirely too close to Indianapolis.
Don't get all my shit now.
Well, anybody that's listening to me now that's on the east side of the Mississippi, you're fools.
I'm coming to your house.
Oh, yeah, you know it, brother.
I don't know
someone's
where you
gotta-
live yet. I haven't stalked your ass, but I'll find you.
2/3 of this country live on the East Coast. Live on the east side of the Mississippi.
Someone's got to keep
So.
these people busy while you guys survive, right?
That's right.
We'll have fun.
They'll all be chasing Lori around going, teach me, teach me.
Mass
Get
chaos.
you.
They gotta
Get
find me
you.
first.
They just got to ask that creepy neighbor of yours. They'll tell him, it's right over there, man. Go cut her grass or nothing.
Hey.
Zombies are coming.
You know what? It's nice to have, somebody looking out for my ass, Mr. Jiggly and all. Leave him alone.
All right.
I don't know what the hell we were talking about at this time. What were we talking about? I put my
FEMA
card
camps.
away.
FEMA camp.
All right, Mr. Funky. So it's up to you.
I would never. I'd be the guy standing in front of the fence that they put a bullet through to make everybody else go in, because I am not going in. I'd be punching everybody in the mouth. No, not going. Not going. Cold dead body.
Amen.
I think we're all of that accord.
I take that back. The only way that I would go in is to break some of you fools out if you got snagged up and taken in.
Yep.
Plan B.
Aw,
That's right.
that's so sweet of you. So if we accidentally got in there, you'd come save us.
Tear
try
down
to.
that wall.
I'd try to.
Well, that's much appreciated. We kind of like you now.
Yeah, I'm all right sometimes.
So how bad do you think these FEMA camps are really going to be?
They don't look that pretty from the outside, I'll tell you that.
I don't know.
And they only hold a limited amount. So, once the no vacancies light goes up, you're going to the rail car out back,
Well, we have,
Oh, no.
yeah, we have the Beach Grove Railroad Station over here by me. I
I'm
go past
picturing-
it.
No, I used to live in Beech Grove.
I know. I go past it just about every day, and I think,
It used
They're
to be
all
a
near railroad
run-down
tracks.
piece of shit. They just started doing all the concrete work when I left there. And that was back in the 90s. So it's been under construction for a hot minute.
What was that called during Katrina? The Superdome? Is that what it was?
down in Texas.
Yeah, down
Yeah.
in Louisiana.
That's what I'm imagining.
Well,
Tents and a bunch of horrible things happening. Not enough
people
food,
getting
not
raped in
enough
the
water.
aisles.
Exactly.
Exactly.
National Guard is shooting you if you try to leave.
Oh, wait.
Disease
They do that
running
now.
rampant.
Who hit Stephen King with a car? See, this is what I get for looking at the chat room in the middle
Some
of this.
What?
fan.
It wasn't me. Why do I always get blamed for that? One time.
And you can't live it down, can you?
If he would just spin a good ending, I wouldn't have to hit him with my car. What, Stephen King or Dean Koontz? Come on.
This one time at a book signing,
I told him to watch his mouth.
Oh, my goodness.
That's right. I read The Stand. I know what's going on.
I have not made it through any of his books.
Oh,
I watched
that's-
It when I was a kid. Did you guys see that movie It? Stephen
Oh.
They
King's
all
It?
float
I
down.
used to have every one. I had all the Bachman books back when he was writing then too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
those are
gosh,
good.
That terrified me.
Yes,
The Long Walk.
Cat's Eye. Yeah, he's good. He's a little twisted up there, but he's good. I'll bet he has some fantastic
is.
nightmares.
Creepy
What's that
looking.
microwave? Did somebody's pizza rolls just finish? I heard a little ding.
Geek, are you eating on the shelf?
No, I'm sitting here with my Naglean bottle, trying to be all prepperish, and someone's having pizza rolls.
No, that was my phone. Sorry.
I'm not on my phone. Those are pizza rolls. I can smell them
No.
through the phone.
I don't even have a microwave. So
Seriously?
seriously,
I wouldn't have one, but dang, if my wife would not be really upset if I got rid of it.
Really? I don't have one. Jerry,
you
you
can
have
keep
one?
it. You can keep it. Just put it out in the garage. You can throw shit in
We
it.
have
And
one,
make a
just
Faraday
because-
cage out of it.
Yep. We don't use
We
it
have
as
one
much
as a last
some.
resort, but we don't use it that much.
Do you guys have dishwashers?
Yes.
I do.
Geek! Really?
Well, I'm
I
gonna have
wash
to.
my own.
grid down, I'm going to have to do it by hand like I did growing up. I'm not doing it now.
Practice now.
Make your
I
own
do.
power, man. Make your own power. That's my
I-
special. That's
I
my
got
special
solar.
power.
I got some solar going on. And
Houses come with dishwashers now, so
You
it's
need to
like
get batteries.
you have no choice.
People think they can go out and just spend $1,000 on solar panels and put them on their roof, and they're going to be able to run. How are you going to run your house at night, stupids? Get
Yeah,
batteries.
man.
You got to get
They sell-
batteries.
they sell
You should
those
spend
grid
more
systems.
money on batteries, 3 times the amount you spend on batteries than you do on your solar panels. That's the rule of thumb.
Yeah, and if you're awesome like Mr. Funky, you make your solar panels swivel.
Oh, that's fat.
Yeah,
I-
It's,
Pictures.
you make 30% more power if you track the sun.
Yeah, mine don't
Yeah.
swivel. Mine just sit there facing south.
Yeah, but yours is like the same size of a cell phone.
It is. It's well. I just ordered
Oh,
a
I
100
got-
watt panel to go with my 10 watt.
Yeah, I got 400 watts. I got 400 watts of solar, and then I got a 400 watt turbine too.
Are you running golf cart batteries? Those T105 Trojans?
No, I've got actual solar cells that are designed. They're AGM absorbed glass mat batteries.
Yeah. See, there's back and forth on those. I've been reading up on those, and some people love them, and some people are like, oh, I guess it's old school versus new school, right?
I like them, man. You can mount them sideways. You can mount them on the wall. They don't leak. You know, you don't have to worry about them off
Nice.
gas, and you can sit in the same room with them.
How many of you guys check out all the solar panels around town so you know where to snag them from when you need them?
Oh, I'm
They're
not
all
ready.
over the highways, man. They got
Yeah,
these
they are.
powered stop signs and shit.
Indianapolis Airport looks like a sunflower field of solar panels out there.
Out
Look
here in
at
the
the
West,
carports.
everyone has solar panels out here, so they won't be hard to come by.
Yeah, a lot of carports have them too. The carport roofs are made of them now.
And truck beds have them now on the, like
Mhm.
covers. Have you seen those? So
Mhm.
when they're on the FEMA camps, I'm just going to borrow their cells, or and I'll give them back when they get out, if they get out. Leave
If
an
they
IOU.
get out.
Leave an IOU for them. IOU 2 solar panels. Geek Prepper.
Do you think once
still
people
think-
get in, they won't get out?
I don't think the plans for them to get out. I honestly don't.
Yeah,
you know,
but
we can't even get.
Well, no, if they get into the reorientation and they're like, oh yeah, that's great, man, government, rah," then I'm sure they'll get some kind of job in the administration or something.
hey, it's
That's
great.
what they
gray
do
man.
now.
That's right.
For what? What'd you say, Ray-Ban?
Gray man.
Oh, I thought you said Ray-Ban. I was like, I'm gonna get those sunglasses.
Those are FBI, CIA kind of guys.
Yeah, Gray Man's the way to go, man.
You get in there and get all kinds of stuff for free.
I'm not going in. I'll just blend in outside.
You wouldn't go in after stuff just to fake it
Come
for a
on by
while?
the fold, man.
That depends on need. I mean, I'm all about pretending like you're supposed to be somewhere and just fronting. But I don't take risks if you don't need to. That's one of the rules, man, right?
Okay, if you were going solo,
Yep.
would you do it?
Oh yeah, if I was solo, I'd do all kinds of crazy shit.
Like,
I mean, stuff. I was a lot more immortal, if you will, before I had wife and children. I didn't fear anything. I was a little bit wild, believe it or not.
no.
And then all
He
of a
got
sudden,
up on the left side of the bed one day.
yeah, we used to climb water towers and steal the bulbs off top.
Renegade.
Well, not we. Some people I know would do that.
But you didn't tell on them, so you're just as bad.
Right.
No, not even when the police dogs
you're an
came and
accomplice.
chased them through the forest.
That's
we
so
didn't
sad.
tell anybody. It was Indiana, man. What are you supposed to do in Portland? Oh,
I don't know. There's not a lot of nothing out here. I can tell you that.
We drove down to southern Indiana and went spelunking.
Ooh.
that's scary.
Oh, it was fucking amazing, man. There are some huge caves down in southern Indiana, brother.
I
Yeah,
am.
there are. Southern Ohio too has got some good
Mm.
ones.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the next state? Kentucky.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
And if you get down into Tennessee, you might find some gold because I don't know if you know or not, but I'm getting ready to tell y'all.
Hold on.
I'm writing this down.
Back it up.
There's more gold under the ground in Tennessee
In
than was
California?
ever found in California.
See, the song lies then, right?
That's right.
That's sad.
And they're still mining it in Tennessee. You just got to know where to find it.
And do you?
Well, yeah, it's going
I
to
know
China.
some
That's where you
places.
find it.
We should go on a field trip.
We can pay off the FEMA guards.
The only
for
thing I'll tell
rations.
you is look around the Cumberland Valley.
Ooh, that's good fishing down there too.
Mm-hmm.
We should all go on a field trip.
Yes,
Can you imagine all of us together? Good Lord.
we would survive everything.
There would be mass
Get some-
quantities of alcohol.
Picking axes and hard hats.
Oh, man, God help the troopers if we rolled up on a roadblock somewhere. Whoa!
I just,
I love
Everybody
that.
roll their cameras. Film these fuckers.
Yep. Only crack the window. No, sir, I don't have to roll my window down.
That's right.
They hate me. Oh, God. I don't do it with my wife and kids.
Before we go on the trip, though, we got to make sure that somebody's not going has at least $10,000 in bail money.
Jules. Oh, Jules, where are you?
That's my same rule for Mexico.
Just 10,000.
Well, yeah, it's enough for bail and bribes. It's not as expensive as here.
We get Dog the bounty hunter in now.
Oh yeah, think of the exchange rate when you cross the border. Shoo.
Yeah. Well, pretty soon it'll be the same.
You can get bailed out of prison for a 20 down there, man.
That's right. 20 pesos. No, wait.
We should do this. Actually, some of us are going out to Front Sight, I think, here after the first of the year. And so that way I can teach you guys how to shoot correctly.
Oh, I'm there, sister.
Do you wait a minute, Lori?
Wait.
Can I just put this bug in your ear,
Jimmy
please?
and I still have a bet on that, don't we? I forgot all about that.
Yeah, we do actually. A steak dinner, I think, is what it was.
Something.
Was it 300 yards?
I don't remember. We'll have to make something up.
Dang.
Best grouping of 5 shots, 300 yards. Choose your weapon. I mean, she's probably going to choose some like, I don't know, 50 caliber Barrett or something stupid. But anyway, let me put this in your ear. Let me put this bug in your ear just for a second because you said that you were going to Front Sight.
I'm just going for the alcohol.
Yeah, okay.
That's not what they
Long ways to
do
go
there.
for alcohol.
She wants to go pick up the calendar for next year.
Wait, there's a calendar? I totally missed that one.
This is a shooting range that's run by a former military
Is that the sniper range I posted?
higher up. Yeah.
Oh, I want to
They're laying on the concrete.
Yeah,
They're laying on the concrete slab, shooting across the valley.
yeah.
That's Front Sight. Okay, this is run by a bunch of former military guys. I don't think that I would walk through those gates and sign anything that has to do with that. You know what I'm saying? I just wouldn't.
Where? Front Sight or this other place?
Front Sight because
Oh.
you have to. Well, even any of these big ranges, these big name ranges that are run by former FBI or former CIA or former military or former
Oh.
whatever. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. The only reason that they're still in business is because the federal government wants them in business. Number one, you know what I'm
Subsidy.
saying?
Well, honey.
Right,
Yeah,
but you're signing paperwork. You're letting them take a copy of your driver's license. You're signing
If
non-disclosure agreements. Blah blah blah. Fuck that.
take a deep breath. Wait.
Amen, brother. I'm down.
Wait, take a deep breath because if they don't know who I am already, then they're not doing their
understand that.
job
I
right.
understand that, but hey, if somebody knows you got a 6-inch cock, are you going to whip it out every time? You know what I mean?
You
Just don't.
you
Not a
just,
6-inch.
you had to let out all of my stories, don't you? You just have to tell everybody.
Look at this.
It's like, hey, I got 5 more fingers, man. Go ahead, chop that one off. I don't care.
Wang.
Kuza.
So don't. That's just my little piece of advice to you as a friend and all that.
I
Horseshit.
understand. I
Yeah,
understand.
the school I go to doesn't ask for that crap, man. They just train you.
You're already NRA certified. What the hell you need to go? Just go find somebody that's got a 500-yard open field and bang away.
But that's
Yeah,
not
you're
why we were going. We were going because we were going to hang out and drink alcohol.
Well, any firing range that
They
serves
have-
alcohol has questionable morals.
Yeah, they have alcohol lots of places. Look. You can even buy it at some of them fancy grocery stores. Maybe not in Indiana, but state
they
liquor
make-
store.
Not on Sunday.
Oh, that's right. You can get drunk as a skunk anytime you want, but not Sunday. That's God's day.
And we act like this sober. Can you imagine what we're going to be like if we were drunk?
Man, down in Florida, they had laundromats that had bars in them.
Oh, they have it in the movie theaters now.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh,
Well,
that would not work here. We got people yelling at the screens already, and I assume they're sober. No offense to my 40-ounce buddies, I'm saying.
we'll just go to Jimmy's house and have a party.
Come on.
Which, by the way,
How long ago did I invite you, Lori? I invited you when I was still on the air.
Yeah, you did. And I'm flying solo now, so
Oh,
you better watch out.
You're what?
I'm flying solo now, so you better watch out.
Oh, no.
Hey,
Really? Are you serious?
shit happens,
lighten the load, sister.
Amen.
Better to find out now.
That's what he said.
And now, you know,
We
wait
have
a
to
couple
talk
years, you
after the
kill
show.
him, no one's going to think it's you,
I
right?
I had no clue.
It's okay. It's not common knowledge.
I know.
It is
Well, it is now.
Now it is.
Congratulations. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy New Year.
It's a tough road, but I've been there so many times, it's not funny, man.
Yeah.
Happy
Yeah.
Kwanzaa!
I get it. You know, in 20 years, it'll be like, fuck that shit. I'm sorry, I mean, screw
It's
that.
like a couple months ago. So.
We're not allowed
Yeah,
to
it's been a
cuss on
while.
this radio show anymore, or what?
What?
He
I just
keeps
like to-
he keeps cussing and saying, "I'm sorry." So I'm just wondering, are we not allowed to cuss on?
No, I just got to keep up appearances, right?
Trying to-
You got to be a gentleman about cursing, right? Son of a bitch. Oh, my bad.
Fuck that.
Yeah, excuse my French.
All right. So you guys ready for the next question?
Yes, sorry.
Because
Oh,
we
yeah, we're
thought
still doing that.
Jared is gone.
Really? Sorry, Jared.
No, I'm here in the background. I'm listening. Good stuff.
I'm running my mouth and shit. And I'm,
Doing
okay,
confession on the other line with his priest. Forgive
I'm
me,
gonna
Father,
slide
I've
this
sinned.
He's
far
taking
back.
notes back there.
People are dirty, dirty, dirty people.
What have I done? All right, here's your next question. So, during your long trip home, you're faced with a difficult moral situation.
God.
You want to remain anonymous and keep a low profile as much as possible, but you see two men forcing their will upon the weak. There was no one around but yourself to try and stop these men. You would either have to think of your family first and keep a safe distance, or relieve your conscience and try to carry out justice. If this was you in this situation, would you get involved in other people's problems and put your life at risk, or would you keep safe and just keep walking home to your family? Jared, we'll let you go first
Yeah, you better.
before the crazy ones take over.
So how bad are things at this point
Uh,
that we're traveling home? I mean, is it
It's-
really, really bad?
Strong
Or
words.
Yeah,
Strong
I mean-
words, cursing.
shit hit the fan.
They're not being
That's
polite
it?
and saying, excuse me. It's terrible.
Filth and foul.
well, what I mean is, if it's just hit the fan and it's really getting crazy, no, I'm not going to stop because I'm literally trying to get my family to safety. So, but if
Your
things
family
have-
is not with you. You're on
my
your
family's
own.
not with me.
No,
I'm
you're-
on my own. Oh, this
You're
is completely
on
different.
your way to them because you don't know what's going on with them.
You know what? Let's just be honest, and I doubt anyone would feel any different from this, but at least I don't think you would. I would hightail it home as fast as I could. If there's people in trouble on the side of the road, that's their problem, because if my family's in trouble, that's number one priority.
Curveball.
So-
What if these people in trouble was a mother and young children?
Oh, boy.
You know
Smack.
what? I might slam on the brakes and hold my AR out the window and pop a couple rounds off at the guy's kneecaps and see what happens. I don't know, but no. But all joking aside, I really very, very adamant about getting to your family as soon as possible. I think that's the wisest thing for any of us to do, especially when they depend on you.
What if you have knowledge that, let's say your family lived in, I don't know, Orlando, and you have knowledge that an EMP went off or
Right back.
a nuke went off over Orlando? Would you still? I mean, it's a pretty good shot that your family died, or or pretty sick. Would you still not stop? Would you keep going?
Yeah, I'm gonna pretty much stick with my gut feeling, and that's get to them as soon as possible. Assess the situation. If they're okay, great. If they're not okay, maybe I have 10 minutes left to nurse them back to health or whatever it may be. So I'm pretty much gonna hightail it home. That's my mission. That's my goal.
Okay, Geek, you have something else to say?
Oh, hell yeah, I do. Now, if
Don't
that was
hold
your
back.
If that was your wife and kids, you'd want someone to stop and take some ass in hand and fix that shit. I mean, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I actually own a Muay Thai school, so I do kickboxing. I trouble finds me just because it finds me. I'm not going to let people prey on the weak. Screw that. I couldn't go home and look at my babies and let them, ever let them know that Daddy let some jerks hurt some innocents. That's not who I am.
But
Good
at the
Samaritan
same time,
story.
your family's at home, crying out for your name. They could be under rubble, literally
Okay.
waiting for you to get there.
Well, here
10 minutes for me to drop some ass and kill a few people is not ain't gonna make that
Well,
big a difference.
there might be 20 of those guys on the side of the road on the way home.
Okay,
There-
okay,
there
okay,
might be.
boys. Let me ask you this: should your wife know how to take care of herself and those children when you're not there?
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
And yeah.
if they're gonna die, they're gonna die. I mean, I hate to think that I love my family. That's the only reason I'm here. But if the tables were turned and it was them, I would like to know that there's people out there who are gonna step in and be like, oh no, that's not happening here.
Yeah, I mean, if your wife knows what she's doing and she's at home with the kids in a community that you guys have already established with like-minded people around them.
Well, that changes everything.
we can't all
I
turn
mean,
our
if it-
backs, man.
Yeah. I mean, if there's literally, a community there, neighbors and people that are, have already made plans to help each other out, that's totally different. But, if they're on their own and it's one of those situations to where, they don't have anyone there to help them, no, I'm going to stick with my first answer.
And I'm not dissing your decision. I mean, that's you're right. I'm just saying that's not what I would do. I mean, that's just me.
I mean, seriously, how long does it take to place a couple of well-aimed headshots?
That's right, man. You just roll down the window and
You know,
slow down a
exactly.
little bit.
30, 40 seconds tops, man.
Pop, pop.
Just like you're deer hunting, right? You're stalking them. You just kind of stand off about 150 yards or whatever and pull the truck over to the side of the road and then lean out the window and just go, bah! And when they look up, pop, pop! And you're all done. See ya.
Was that a
If you're good
sheep?
at the truck, if you're good at the
Yeah.
truck, you'll have
Well,
to
you
stop
kind of
and
bat
stop.
at the deer. I always do that when I'm up in the tree.
Yeah.
If I got a good shot on them and I want them to stand up and look at me so I can get a better shot through the rib cage, then just go bat. And when they stand up, whack.
We have sheep on the show now.
I would take those people. I would just run them over. I mean, if you hit someone with a truck, they're pretty much
Well, they might
done.
be too close to the civilians.
Well, then you've solved everybody's problems, right? You merciful killing and took out the bad guys. That's extreme.
That's extreme.
No, but I mean, I just don't feel in good conscience. You can if you have anything in your power you can do, you should not let evil prey on good or weak. It's just,
That's right.
Well, there's, I've interviewed plenty of women who, have talked about the aftermath of rape and the fact that, there's plenty of people out there who say, don't fight, just deal with it and get it over with. And then, the inevitable happens and they have to live with the aftermath of that. And every single one of them said, I wish I would have fought.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. 3 biggest words in the dictionary.
But how many women out there too, just let the man in their life take care of everything?
not mine.
Too many.
Not
Too
mine.
many.
My wife runs the house.
Amen, brother. I pretend I'm in charge.
It's nice to meet you, Mr. Mom.
Some of those women got bigger balls than we do. I'll tell you that.
Damn
So,
Skippy.
Hey, man, my girlfriend's got some huge balls.
and they clang together like bells.
I've seen pictures of her. She also has a beard.
Just in the winter.
You funny. I taught her how to shave. Yeah, what are we talking about?
There's no respect on this show at all, is there anymore?
None.
This is what we get for taking a break.
Something wrong with these people.
All right, one of you children has to pick a card because I went through 3 of them.
I had mine out, man. I thought this was going to be like the old school game, and I thought everybody was going to get a chance to say one. I had mine, but I put them away.
Oh, the card?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me take them back out. Hang on. I got it right here.
I've got a couple, unless you
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We'll let Mr.
I'm-
Funky whip his back out here real fast.
okay, let Funky
It's
deal
a
up.
short trip.
All right. Here we go. This is old school, man. We're going back to deck 1.
Ooh.
Right.
You run into someone who in the past made some personal sacrifices in order to help you get on your feet during financial struggle. Now, society has completely collapsed, and he comes to your door begging for help. To give him the bare minimum that he needs, your resources would be depleted by 50%, and you don't know if and when you'll be able to replenish your supplies. Would you be able to do for him what he did for you by giving him half of what you had?
Wow.
Jared?
Oh, I love how you put me in the hot seat again.
Come on, Jared. Good answer so I can copy out here.
Let's see. Whew, all right. Is he by himself? Does he have people
God,
he's
you
getting?
ask so many questions.
It doesn't say that on the freaking card, man. I'm sorry.
Jesus
Indulge
is
it.
watching you. Jesus is watching. Answer accordingly.
No, I mean, I don't know if this would even work, but honestly, if he's some solo guy that helped me, in the past, I would certainly consider, if I trusted him, I'd certainly consider bringing him into the group, and kind of going that route. But
That's what the room is saying too. Well, that's what
But-
he said too. That's what I would say too. Come on in.
yeah,
Even if it's just him and his old lady and a kid or two, come on in. So long as it's less than a half a dozen people.
So how loyal are you guys?
I'm very loyal to people that are loyal to me.
right.
I don't know. I think my thought process on that has changed recently.
If I love you, if I truly tell you that I love you, I'll probably take a bullet for you.
Probably. That's a
Depending on
long
the
word.
situation. Depending on the situation, if I was more than 5 steps away when he pulled the trigger, I'm probably not going to get there in time, but by God, I'm going to try. You know what I mean? It depends on the situation. If I was standing right next to you and it was me or you, I'd step in front of the gun. If I loved you.
If.
Good,
If you're a
good
shithead,
person to have in the group.
If you're a shithead, you're
if you're a shithead, I'm tripping you and running the other way. Fuck.
It all comes down to being a shithead.
One of you two's gonna die. Shoot this fucker. He tried banging my old lady, fucker.
All right. So, Geek, what do you think?
if I can get that he helped me in tough times, so I would be like, you can join us, work for your keep. Otherwise, it was a different time when he helped me, obviously. It was still grid up. It was still normal. Well, as normal society can be. So different times, different measures. I'll give you a little care package, send you on your way, but you're not getting half. Stay and join us. That's your options.
I'm reading through the chat room. It's like somebody said this is like the dating game on here.
Yeah, it's gotten a little crazy. It's a good night, though. It's going well.
It's the
show
last.
of the year.
It's the last show of the year. Come on, lighten up.
It's strip radio. Every time we answer a question, we take a piece of clothing off.
Wait, we had to put clothes on to do that.
I wish I would have started with more than socks now, I'll tell you that.
Jared, what do you think? Oh wait, did we already do Jared?
Jared, go again.
I already went.
Would you like
Next
to change your
card.
answer?
Answer B.
See, now you could have changed your answer. We would never know.
On the other hand,
Well, what if this?
I don't know. If somebody did something for you and saved your life, wouldn't you save theirs?
That's
see that or just cap him right there. Man, you're fucking miserable, dude. Bang. Sorry, that was bad.
Well, I have a quick card, not too big of a question. I think it's pretty relevant to today. Want me to read it real quick?
Yeah, hurry up. You got 5 minutes.
do it up.
5 minutes. If you could change one thing about the government today, what would it be? How would this change? How would this change benefit your country and benefit its people?
Mr. Funky, why don't you start on this one?
Yeah,
I would eliminate it.
Totally.
Totally.
I think
There can be a big set of rules, but I don't need anybody telling me how to live my life. No rulers, just rules. And if you can't live by the rules, guess what? Anyway, next. That's as
pretty
quick
much
and
it.
simple as there ain't no voting, there ain't no, don't bitch, don't whine, just get the fuck out. We don't need you no more, man. We've been doing this for a couple hundred years, man, and it ain't worked. Look where we're at. Let's try something completely different and give it a go.
Yeah, I was thinking more on a smaller scale, but I certainly agree. I was thinking.
All right, you're stepping into this shit now. You go for it. You put that
Well,
out there.
yeah, I'll just kind of say what I was thinking off the top of my head, because I really do believe that this is one of the major reasons our society is kind of decaying, is because basically criminals have nothing to be afraid of anymore. You know, they go to jail for the rest of their lives, or they get a slap on the hand. So I say to go back to the 1800s when there was, death penalty and public hanging and all that kind of stuff. Really, really strict penalties for, heinous crimes. I think that'd be a big improvement. And
Next.
the crickets start.
Tear it out by the roots. Cast them out and shun them.
I was thinking pointy sticks with bodies.
Yeah, get rid of them. The ones that were good and stood for the people and voted accordingly and really, really.
No.
Wait, is
Here-
there such a thing?
Let
There's a
me
couple.
throw
There's a
this at you.
couple.
Let me throw this at you. Anybody, I don't care who you are. Anybody that thinks that they know more about how to run my life than I know how to run my life is an egotistical fucker, and I don't want anything to do with them. If you want to be a politician, go to your own island and politicize yourself.
I'm not far off from you, bro. I get it, man. I get it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
that's
totally
all
get
they
it.
want anyways is power.
That's exactly right.
That's
They want
true.
their name in
True.
the record books, and they want to line their pockets.
And that's what they do. They don't, we go in there and vote and talk about what we want, and they're like, nah, fuck them. We're going to do this.
Right.
Give me your money.
Yeah.
They tell you whatever you want to hear to get into office. Once they're in, they're in.
Yep. We saw that in Maryland with this gun bullshit,
We
man.
saw that with Obama. Hope and change?
Oh.
Fuck you.
Socialism, communism.
Marxist.
That he ruined it, man. I mean, I was
honey,
really glad.
It
I
was
was
ruined
really glad.
way before he got there.
No, but I was glad. Hey, fine. Finally a president who's not white, so everybody can feel like we're on the same page and maybe move on. And race relations are in the shitter because of that crap.
I agree.
Look, man, he is so disconnected from the reality that's going on in this country. You can just tell. I mean, he's doing exactly what he's told to do, and then he goes and plays golf.
Yeah, but
Because he doesn't give a shit about what's going on. He's looking more toward after he's already out of office.
Oh, yeah.
Is it really in the shitter, or did he just throw gasoline on it? I mean, let's be
Well,
honest. It was like
no,
the
it's
next
long
been
before.
going down. Yeah, we've been on a rocket sled to hell for about 25 years. But
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? They're so blatantly. He's spent more money in the time that he's been in office than every single president before him combined. Okay, that is epic.
It's just a party now.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you, though. This cat's spending $1.5 trillion a year. Now, we didn't even speak trillion until this douchebag got into office.
But why isn't
Right.
anybody stopping him?
Because this is all part of the agenda, sweetie.
I know.
It's all part of the
Because
agenda.
it's happening on both sides of the aisle. That's why.
Right.
It's,
You can't
left
get
and
10
right.
Yeah, it
people in
is.
this country to agree on one thing in a room together, right? You think you're going to get 300,000 of them or 300 million of them to agree on something? You're dreaming. You're dreaming. We are going down to the bottom before we'll ever come back up. There is no hope of stopping this.
Mob rule. Let's just all vote or not vote and oppress the minority. Yeah.
We can't even vote legitimately.
Oh,
It's all
no.
rigged.
No,
It is.
yeah, it's
I
all
agree.
because they own the machines. They own the people that own the machines. They own the people.
Which
Whatever the banks want, the banks are going to get. That's why this
Yep.
whole war in Crimea is going on. The banks wanted Ukraine, and they didn't get the whole of Ukraine. And they were like, well, you gave them Crimea back? What? No, war!
Yep. But they can profit from both sides, man. That's how it
That's
works. Freaking banksters.
And sadly, we can't go buy our own island and move there either. It's not
They're all
just us.
owned by people.
Yeah, it's not just us. It's all over the place.
If you bought an island, they just invade it and take it back. Oh, you were supporting terrorism or something. That's how they
Got
roll.
to turn, they'll drone you.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. You guys see those drones around your areas yet?
Yeah. Dude,
I got some shotgun shells ready. There.
I didn't say that.
Double up bucks.
Couple laser pointers.
Show's over.
I'm gonna get me one. I'm gonna take it and disassemble it and make it mine.
There you go.
Thanks for having me on, Lori.
It's my pleasure. We missed you.
Oh my God, we've already burned through an hour. Let's
You
just
and
stay
I
on
need
for
to
another
talk.
hour.
You and I need to talk after the show.
Well, you know where to find me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so happy New Year, you guys.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year,
Happy
UCY.
New Year, everyone. Can't wait to see y'all next year.
Yeah, 7 days. We've got like a minute. We're gonna.
Y2K14, it's over.
We survived it. We need another patch. Damn it.
That's right.
Yeah.